Dr. Malay for inviting me, and then thank you for meeting the co-panelists. They are my friend. I won't talk much about the existing happening at the border. So since the webinar's panel discussion is on the NLD's rise again and what it means for Myanmar, India, I'll focus uh, on on the result of the election, basically, especially the border regions between India and Myanmar, to the Kachin, to the Sagaing region, and to the Chin state. Anyway, some commentators are, as regard to Myanmar, some commentators are trying to illustrate Myanmar as a platform of three main protagonists, that is the military, the NLD, and the ethnic minorities. In one of the books written by Lex Reflex in his book Myanmar, Burma, that is Inside Challenges, Outside Interests, wrote a striking sentence about the political landscape of Myanmar that I quote, change is in the air, although it may reflect hope more than reality, unquote. Actually, he is reflecting the political situation of 2010 election and the backdrop of 2008 constitution, that 25% of the seats are reserved for military, and Article 17, Clause B, where defense, security, and border administration are controlled by the military. These things have already said by one of the co-panelists too. And the second one is, some are of the opinion that the question of Burman chauvinism is an important issue. And Myanmar is deeply divided society along ethnic and religious line. Ethnicity and ethnic mobilization has always been part of its political set of structure and growth, which further created intra-ethnic factionalism among the ethnic minorities. And the third point is, in short, some of the even the authors like Tan Minh Thuan in his latest book, The Sacred History of Burma, he termed Myanmar as unfinished nation. So keeping this observation, what I felt is that history cannot be repeated sporadically, and the change cannot be in the air for quite long. The NLD has struggled to govern since 2016. Since it was a mixed government, the trust in the institution was skeptical. However, the core agenda of NLD, that is the four important reconciliation, number two, internal peace, number three, constitutional amendment, and number four, socio-economic development, are placed into the people's domain, which other political parties like the USDP and other ethnic political parties cannot challenge with an alternative to the core agenda of NLD. In the democratic process, to my mind, election is the most important tool, and the people's mandate is reflected in the result of election. When we see the result of the election in the three areas of Myanmar, which is bordering with India, that is Chin, Kachin, and Sagaing, in the House of Representatives, out of the total seat 9 in Chin, NLD won 8 and USDP nil, and 1 seat goes to Jomi Congress. And in the Kachin, out of the 18 total seat, NLD won 12, USDP 4, and 1 goes to Kachin State People's Party. And in the Sagaing, out of the 37 seats, 36 goes to NLD, 1 USDP, and others nil. And in the House of Nationality 2, Sin NLD won 12, and then it's and in the Kachin, 10 goes to NLD, and USDP 1, and 1 goes to New Democratic Party, and in Sagaing, 12 goes to NLD. So when we look into the result of the election 2020 of this area, we can make a concluding point that the success of NLD in 2020 election is a milestone in the history of modern Myanmar. So why is it? Because number one, this people's mandate is the departure from the rigid martial worldview of the military, which is determined by the Constitution 2008. Secondly, the second point is that this also shows that the parochial ethnic politics of ethnicity has come to an end, and the people at last believe in the process of nation and nationhood, because a nation is a work of art, and it's also a work of time. Keeping the background in mind, it is the defining moment for the people of India in general and Northeast India in particular. After looking the elections result, as believed by many, and sort of interaction, government to government, or people to people, or whatever, any relation is possible if there is full democratic, system. As part of this border region, an immense area of micro transaction at the sphere of supply, labor, health, leisure activities, education, etc., both at the personal and community level of the border population for the satisfaction of daily needs could be seen in this border area. For me, during the normal time, what we have done is that in the morning we cross this border and we have breakfast at Namfalong, and after that we went to Tamu. We'll have a lunch there and come back and return back. We'll have a dinner at More. This is how the life, situation was there at the border. However, one point, the critical point which I want to share is that within the geopolitical context of India and Myanmar relation, the maintenance of international boundaries and heightened perception of internal security failed to understand the sharp divergence in the aspiration and attitude of the people of this region. This is a salience for the NLD as well as the government of India. Because of coronavirus, the border has been sealed from March 10, 2020. Consequently, the movement of people across and within the border becomes stencil. So the challenges of the NLD vis-a-vis India's relation would be, the question is, will there be able to deliver a good governance at the border by overcoming Article 17B of Constitution 2008, where the military is, maintaining the border affairs. And number two is, will the NLD be able to expedite, to disseminate the democratic values and norms to the people in real terms? Other question to be asked. There are many things that we can discuss as regard to this India-Myanmar relation from the borderland perspective. We can discuss about connectivity, we can discuss about the trade, we can discuss about the education, and many things, many for. But first and foremost thing is that we have to accept the result of the election 2020, where I once again repeat, where the people's mandate is the departure from the military, from the rigid military worldview, and secondly, the parochial ethnic politics of ethnicity has come to end. Thank you.